This week, the podcast is sponsored by the Imperial Bank of Botherton. If you have a mountain of gold coins looted from an unfortunately deceased goblin tribe, or a cache of valuable gems liberated from a sadly demised commune of bugbears, you'll find no better place to store it. The Imperial Bank of Botherton's vault is guarded by nuclear bear owls, and its adamantine doors are enchanted by the greatest mage in all the... Oh, wait, I think there must be an error. I'm the greatest mage in all the world. Who is this pretender? Who? I demand to know!
All the tabletop role-playing news. We aim to amuse and we aim to enthuse. And Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG.
Bonjour, and welcome to Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG talk. I, as always, am Russ, aka Morris, or Morris, aka Russ, and with me today is...
Peter Coffey from the Southampton Guild Roleplayers. Ni hao ma to all our Chinese listeners.
Yeah, did you see what I did there?
No.
You didn't notice any difference whatsoever?
No, it sounded much the same to me.
Oh, fair enough. Carry
on
as normal.
Yes, there we go. We seem to have come over all European.
Well, shall we do some RPG news?
Si.
Are we going to carry this going all the way through the podcast? Because
I'm rapidly running out of languages here.
I have GCSE French and German, but I'm not sure I can do any better than that. So,
yes.
News. Okay, let's start with Monte Cook Games.
Monte Cook Games. Oh, yes.
Two things from Monte Cook Games.
Two things from Monte Cook Games. Go on then.
So the first thing from Monte Cook Games is, you know the TV show Carnival Row?
No.
Okay, so Carnival Row is a TV show. It started about a month ago, maybe.
Okay.
I think it's on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure which. I haven't actually seen it myself, but it has Orlando Bloom and some other people, and it's
that was chap played Legolas, wasn't
it? And it's set in this sort of, I think, pseudo-Victorian world which has fairies and things in it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm sure there'll be listeners who've actually seen it and know more about it than I do.
Well, it's not a short list of people that know more things than you do, Russ. I'm sorry, but it's just how it is, my friend.
Yeah. Well, anyway... It does actually look quite good. I want to see it. It's described as a dark neo-noir fantasy thriller.
Neo-noir fantasy thriller.
Yes. And there's like a picture of the cast.
That's not Helena Bonham Carter. I just assumed because of the big wig, but
don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, so this uses the Cypher system from Monte Cook Games.
Yep.
It was written by Carnival Row creator Travis Beacham.
Okay.
It was produced in conjunction with Nerdist.
Oh, the website.
And Legendary Television and Amazon Studios.
Okay.
So there's quite a backing behind it.
Lots of input. Not all from RPG creators, but yeah.
No.
I imagine they've got lots of really good visuals in the book.
Yeah. Screenshots from the actual thing, I imagine.
Yeah.
So you can download it as it's like a surprise free PDF.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And you can download it directly from Nerdist's website. We'll stick a link in the show notes to it. It's about 36 pages. It's not really long.
Well, no, Cypher system. It's very system-light, but it's good for storytelling.
Yeah. I think it's more a setting than a system.
Yeah.
Because I think you've got to have a Cypher system rule book.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So if you're a fan of Carnival Row...
I think what's interesting about that is it's so quick off the mark, because Carnival Row is obviously
sounds
quite
like it was planned, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. RPGs are now considered part of the joint arms releasing all the things on all the media platforms. So, or maybe they're just like, hey, people who like role-playing games are probably going to like this.
Yeah, maybe.
Huzzah!
I wonder if, because it was written by screenwriter and Carnival Row creator Travis Beacham, I wonder if he's a gamer maybe, and that's why that happened.
It seems very likely.
It's a complete guess on my part, I've no idea.
Yeah. Well, Travis, as you're listening, or if you know Travis, get Travis to have a listen and let us know, because we're interested, but not actually enough to do any work. You understand?
Well, now I've finished watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I might line Carnival Row up as my next binge. Well, I can't binge it actually. I think it's one a week. So.
There you go. Having to learn restraint the old-fashioned way.
I haven't watched a TV show like that in ages.
Back in the old days, where it was and you had to be at your house at a certain time to watch TV. Oh, dark days, my friend, dark days.
Right, other stuff from Monty Cook Games.
Oh, yes.
So, do you want to talk about this one?
Is this the consent book?
Yes.
Well, I haven't read it.
I haven't read it either, but I'm aware it exists. I keep meaning to read it, but I kept getting distracted by Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I will read it.
Absolutely. Well, I haven't. We haven't read it, but I'm guessing from the name, in my usual guess the Kickstarter fashion, it's a book all about consent in RPGs and how, as a GM, if you want to bring in something weird or nasty or something, you should make sure your players are on board with this.
I assume that's the premise of the book, yes.
Yeah, just things like they've had in the Pathfinder 2nd edition rulebook saying, these are how X cards work and these are how people who've had some unpleasant lives deal with things. Like, it can be, this sort of thing, like, often does focus on sexual assault, but it can also be things like, I've read examples where someone said the GM decided we all wake up in the middle of a house fire, and that person had woken up in the middle of a house fire. So it was not a good experience for them, and they found it very upsetting.
Yeah.
And ultimately, what's the GM's number one job? Make sure everyone has a good time.
I suppose. I don't think that's the GM's job. It's everyone's job.
Everyone's job is to work together to have a good time.
Yes,
But you've succeeded. The number one measure of success then is everyone has enjoyed themselves, even if it didn't go as you planned.
Yeah.
And it all went.
I wouldn't put that at the feet of the GM though. Everyone's responsible for that happening.
Everyone's responsible for having their own fun and creating it. But the GM knows they have succeeded when everyone's had a good time. Like, that's an unambiguous thing.
Yeah. Well, we play RPGs because they're fun.
Yeah.
Basically. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it?
Exactly. So, like, I don't think it seems very controversial to me. If there are tools to help make sure that people are having a good time,
I wouldn't think it was controversial. Apparently, it is, but I wouldn't think it was. Yes, The internet kind of exploded, like Twitter and Facebook and all the usual places, and probably Reddit and stuff. Totally exploded with people raging against the idea of.
They were raging against the idea of consent.
Well, there was. One thing I did see on Facebook.
Maybe I'm just putting it really badly, and that's not what their problem was.
I haven't seen a lot of that because I didn't really want to delve into some of those horrible threads that always happen when subjects like this are.
You didn't fancy getting your wading suit on and going into the depth of human sewage.
But I did see one person on Facebook. It was kind of a mild opinion, but he basically said, we don't need this because everyone on our gaming group is on board with what we're doing. We all know, we've all got, this sort of stuff. And my takeaway from that is, everyone in your gaming group has given consent. Even if they haven't, filled in a form in triplicate. Yeah. Informally, they've done so. Otherwise, how do you know? Yeah. Because the fact that you know that they're all on board with it and they're all fine with it means that some kind of communication's happened somehow, even if it was...
Yeah, just over the course of time. So, if everybody's happy, that's fine. They're all consenting to the things. Yeah. But if you don't know people, and there's so many people coming into the hobby nowadays, just from all over the shop, it's just all these people wanting to play games. So it's not just existing groups. And if your existing group is all completely fine and everyone's happy, fine, keep on keeping on. More power to you, I say. But if you've got a new group, then or even a new player in an existing group, it's probably worthwhile checking people's boundaries. I don't really see why that's a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing to check boundaries? Why is it a bad thing just to have... I am more logging, I will do, because it's check consent. Why not? Because the worst case that happens if you check consent is someone's a bit bored because it's oh no, we've done all this already. And your best case is you save someone. So, what? I can keep going if you like. I've got my hobby horse, I'm going to go riding it, Russ.
You're over-explaining a very simple concept.
Well, yes, I know, but apparently people find this concept really confusing, so I don't know what else to do. It's my innate reflexes. Somebody gets confused by something that's really simple and obvious, I'm okay, well, maybe we can reframe it for you. It's like drinking a cup of tea. You have the right to say no to a cup of tea at any time.
Nobody has the right to say no to a cup of tea.
Oh, controversial. Would you like some tea?
I have my tea. Should we do some more Pathfinder news?
Oh, let's.
Because, we've mentioned a couple of races recently. Or Ancestries.
Yes.
Ancestries. We did, what was it? That Hobgoblin?
Yes.
and the Groot, or the Leshy.
Is the Leshy... Yeah, is the Leshy the tree being?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got the third one from the Lost Omens character guide. There's 3 of them in there. The third one is
the
lizard folk.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing there's some sort of humanoid lizard.
Yes.
Hey.
What does it say? They're medium-sized.
Yep.
8 hit points. Speed of 25 feet. Strength and wisdom boosts. Floor to intelligence, so they're not very bright. They have sharp claws. They can hold their breath underwater.
They're basically what you'd expect.
And they have the ability to shed their tail in order to escape a grab.
Seems like a solid idea.
It takes 1 week then for the tail to grow back.
Wow. It's quite a large amount of tail to grow back. Does it say anything about increased calories they need? You would probably have to check the actual table in the book.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds exciting. Good stuff. Well done.
What else do we have? Let's have a look. There is also from Pathfinder, there's a free Pathfinder 2nd edition introductory adventure you can now download.
Ooh, shiny.
It's called Torment and Legacy.
Yes.
It's 21 pages, PDF. Got 6 pre-generated characters.
Nice.
And you need the core rulebook, so it's not a quick start. You need the core rulebook to play with it.
But still, free adventure. Hard to turn down.
Yeah, especially a quick introduction to the Pathfinder 2nd edition system.
Okay. Do you reckon they'll bring out a starter set at some point?
I am absolutely 100% positive they will.
Huzzah!
In fact, I would be willing to bet $1 million.
The afraid listeners just got stuck.
Pounds that they will.
Okay. Well, after Brexit, that will be like about 20 of your US dollars. I don't think that's much of a go. Yeah.
That is very true. Right then, let's continue on. There's a brand new Judge Dredd show.
Yes.
This is from the people over at Encounter Roleplay. You can see it on Twitch and YouTube and will be on a podcast, and it's called Judge Dredd on the Block. And the first episode was called Initiative 422.
Nice.
Our judges received a promotion and were sent out to Freedom Falls, the worst mega block in the city.
Do we know who's running that?
Yeah, Encounter Roleplay is the
okay.
is the outfit that are doing it.
And are they using like the local best, the newest and best Judge Dredd system?
Yes, they are indeed.
Excellent.
Yes, they are using Judge Dredd in the Wars of 2000 AD.
Woohoo!
I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting for the podcast, because that's how I always do those actual plays.
Your preferred method of consumption.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you know, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, in the 90s, 1992 in fact.
Oh, right, okay.
Not 1991.
No.
Not 1993.
No.
But 1992.
That's traditionally how years work for us.
Yes. Well, there was almost a deal that happened where TSR nearly got the rights to Tolkien's work.
What? As in J.R.R.?
As in J.R.R.
As in Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
What? Really? Mm-hmm. And what happened?
They passed on it.
Really? Oh dear.
So what happened was John Rateliff of TSR was sent to London to negotiate the deal with Christopher Tolkien.
Yeah.
He missed Gen Con to do so, and apparently at the time no TSR employees were allowed to miss Gen Con.
Right.
But there's an exception made for this. So he travels to London.
Yep.
He meets Christopher Tolkien at the HarperCollins offices.
Yeah.
And he wants to get the rights for the RPGs, merchandise, new books, all this sort of stuff. He went back to Lake Geneva, back to TSR, communicated all this to the current CEO, Lorraine Williams.
Yeah.
And Rateliff is quoted as saying, "Her immortal words were, 'not worth our while.' She then passed on the whole deal." This of course is the woman who is trying to push through the Buck Rogers RPG because her family owned the IP.
Does he remember Buck Rogers? Okay,
well,
fair enough.
The RPG didn't take the world by storm.
No, that's true. Oh dear me.
Yes. So that's like misstep there. But I'm sure Cubicle 7 are currently glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, I vaguely remember Buck Rogers' TV show, and there was a board game which was actually, I sort of wish I still had it because it was a bit like Axis and Allies, meets Twilight Imperium.
Yeah.
And one of the big conceits of it was it had a map of the solar system, and you had like these little cardboard counters that you move around a track, and that was the planets moving around the sun. So that was actually quite good, and it would have been
quite cool.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But yeah, I got it. I was far too young. Like basically, just wanted to like go pew 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 pew. Let's face it, I still do.
I mean, you haven't hit puberty yet. It's just.
I know. Please don't be deceived by my boyish good looks.
Are you familiar with the Scarred Lands? I think we have talked about it before briefly.
Nope, no bells rung.
So it was a D&D setting back at the dawn of D&D 3rd edition. So it was right after the big drought where there had been no D&D for years. D&D 3rd edition was coming. It was big. It was the biggest news in the RPG world. It was everyone was excited, kept waiting for it. Scarred Lands was a D&D setting by Sword and Sorcery Studios.
Right.
And they brought out the Scarred Lands, they brought out the D&D 3rd edition Creature Collection.
Ooh.
For 3rd edition. And got it to print.
Yep.
And in the books, in the shops, before Wizards of the Coast managed to get the Monster Manual out.
Oh, okay.
So it was technically the very first ever D&D 3rd edition monster book.
Nice.
So yeah, they managed to get it out. And now it's, 18 years later, 19 years later, 20 years later, 1999, wasn't it? So, yeah, 20 years later.
20 years later.
Yeah. So, Handiwork Games,
Yes.
which is John Hodgson, who used to work for Cubicle 7.
Yes.
And Onyx Path,
Yes.
who do a lot of the either World or Chronicles of Darkness things.
Yes.
One of those two.
What's or Cops, one of those.
Yep. They've teamed up.
Yes.
And they are doing a new Scarred Lands Creature Collection. 20 years later,
Yes.
for D&D 5th edition.
Okay.
So it's a new monster book, which
Yes.
you probably would think, oh, well, there's quite a lot of those about.
Man, you've got not as many as you think, to be honest. You've got the
Wizards of the Coast has done 2 or 3.
You've got the monster manual, and then you have
follows.
monsters in the various books that come out. But apart from that, you've got maybe Tome of Beasts, which is a third party.
Follows Guide to Monsters.
Yeah, but that's not got new monsters in. Well, it's got variations on existing themes of monsters. I quite like Follows. It's got a lot of interesting stuff, but it's a way to get it. It goes in depth into monsters rather than giving you a variety. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I've got it. Yeah. Well. All right, third-party monster manuals, there's quite a lot of them, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I keep seeing them popping up on Kickstarter.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And, you initially think this is just another one, but this one has sort of a bit of heritage behind it.
Ah, I see,
It's almost like a part of D&D history at this point.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. So it's on Kickstarter, and the reason I'm bringing it up is because they sent me along a 5-page PDF preview.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Which I stuck up on my website.
Yes.
Which you can stick a link in the show notes to.
Yep.
And it's sort of a complete encounter within it, because the book has encounters as well as monsters.
Yes.
Of the Temple of the Stars, along with the Junefish Swarm monster, which you'll find in there too. And additionally, some art previews as well as that PDF.
Oh, yeah, so...
You can see the art style is lovely.
What are they, like sort of rat-sized crocodile things with glowing red eyes on a skull? That's
They look lovely.
yeah, pretty creepy. Oh, that's what's that? That's sort of a dragon man with wings and
He is a Heart Clutch.
a heart clutch.
That's a Junefish Swarm, the first thing.
Okay, yeah.
Then a Heart Clutch.
Yeah.
Then a Seraphic creature.
That looks like a camel with alien mumps.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
I gotta say, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just shooting. It's sort of like purple and blue and stuff. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Fair enough.
Well, you can pop along and have a look at the sort of 5-page preview of that, and if you like the look of that, maybe hop on to the actual Kickstarter.
Nice.
Or not. You don't have to.
Yeah.
It's not a, it's
not
not compulsory or
arbitrary.
anything.
Do you hear that, Lee? Listener Lee Donovan, it's not compulsory to buy things you hear about on this show.
It is.
Oh, well, there you go. Apparently you do have to buy it. but I
Every
was like,
listener must know this. It's part of the contract. Do you not remember the contract?
no, I was probably drunk when I signed it. That happens, anyway.
Would you like to do a tiny bit more Pathfinder, or would you like to do some Eberron?
Ooh, let's do some Pathfinder.
And then finish on the Eberron, shall we?
Well, I do have a bit of news I'd like to talk about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you do your bit of news, and then we'll do a bit more Pathfinder, and then we'll do Eberron.
Yeah, well, it's sort of Southampton related, but please don't switch your brains off now, because
Well, it's well known fact that all of our listeners live in Southampton.
both of them, yeah. It's essentially, there's a thing called live action role playing, which probably people have heard of, but if you haven't heard of it, it's basically like the awkward little kid brother of tabletop role playing, which is where people get dressed up as their characters and actually turn up to things. So it's sort of a cross between amateur dramatics and...
It is not a hobby of which I partake personally.
Yeah, I used to do a fair bit of it, but then I just got bored and stopped. But yeah, I was still interested in it. I know a fair few people who do. The reason I mention this is because there's a new LARP starting in Southampton. Whoopie LARP, who cares? It's really local to us. But the interesting bit is the people doing it actually want to have the World of Darkness, the Camarilla, and the Sabbat, which are the two factions, a sort of a, quote, good, unquote, faction, and the even worse faction of vampires, squabbling over a 7,000 location map of Southampton itself. And depending upon what happens, and the way you do this, you do it online.
So what locations are on there?
There are 7,000. I didn't think there were 7,000.
Is my house one of them? Is this house one?
I'll speak to the guy who's making it and make sure your house gets on it. Yeah, no problem.
Should be, yeah.
Here you go. So, Morris's unofficial tabletop
Actually,
RPG
no, I
talk
don't actually want my address. I don't actually want my address published.
Well,
That's probably a really bad idea.
yeah, you think? Well, we could probably put Ian World Publishing in there somewhere, and that could be like a... I'll talk to the guy and get him to put Ian World Publishing in. Yeah. But yeah, he's got a GoFundMe going. He's got it broken down, and yeah, there'll be like people doing the live action game, but there'll also be opportunity if you like play by forum and play by post to get involved in that and have a go. Yes.
So I have a question then.
Yes.
On these things, I don't really know how they work. Do they? Would they be using the actual Vampire 6th edition? Is that the current one now? 6th? I can't remember which one.
They're using the Mind's Eye Theatre rules.
So it's not the actual current role-playing game rules?
It's not the current role-playing game.
Right,
no.
okay. What's the Mind's Eye Theatre rules then?
It's the LARP edition.
Okay.
It's like if you look at Mind's Eye Theatre, it just basically explains how to make a live-action vampire character. They've got quite a nice website, which looks at things from the point of view of hunters. There'll also be a geocaching element, where members of the public will have access to geocaches, as will the players, and whoever gets there first will be either covering up or discovering the existence of vampires.
Okay.
Yeah. It's ambitious and it's interesting, and you know what? It's a lot different from regular Vampire LARP, which I must say I do find very dull. But this one sounds like it might actually be really high quality. Okay. There'll certainly be lots of exciting pictures coming out of it. But yeah, as I say, the man's currently trying to work up a GoFundMe, so yeah, that'd be interesting times.
Marvellous.
Yeah. So tell me of your Pathfinder news, or your Eberron news.
Let's do Pathfinder first.
Yes.
Because we did a bit of Pathfinder earlier.
We did.
And then we steered away from Pathfinder, and now we're steering back to Pathfinder.
It's the joy of Paizo.
There's just so much Pathfinder news.
So much Pathfinder.
So much Pathfinder news. So the Game Mastery Guide, which is coming out, I think, early next year.
Yes, that'll be...
They've shared a preview of that.
Right.
And the preview they've shared is of the NPC section. So it includes a whole load of pre-built NPCs.
Nice.
Which you can just like shove straight into your world. So what we got here is the Plague Doctor and the Surgeon.
Ooh.
Yeah, January 2020 is when this book's coming out.
Right. Yeah. That's a meat cleaver with a handguard.
Yeah. I quite like the way the surgeon has an offensive ability called medical malpractice. So you can make a medicine check against a fortitude DC of one living creature they can see within 60 feet. Yeah. On a success, their melee strikes will then deal an extra 1d6 precision damage against that creature until 1 minute passes.
Okay.
Or the surgeon critically hits that creature, whichever comes first. So basically... your knowledge of anatomy means that you can study someone and do extra damage to them.
Well, that's why our doctors swear the Hippocratic Oath, because otherwise they just go around killing people.
Yes, well, obviously Pathfinder doctors do not.
No.
And that's why they wander around with these meat cleavers with blood dripping off them.
And I say hand guards, which I've not seen on one before. So I think it's obvious that their version of Earth is first do more harm. Okay, so and there'll be a whole pile of NPCs in there.
Yes, yeah, there'll be a whole load of them. You know they've got the sidebar in the core rulebook.
Yes.
Or you can see the sidebar on the edge of this sample page, so you can get to see what else is in the book. So we've got Chapter 1 is Advice.
Yeah.
Chapter 2 is Tools.
Yeah.
Chapter 3 is Subsystems. Chapter 4 is Variant Rules. And Chapter 5 is the NPC Gallery.
Okay. I mean, they have covered a lot of the things I'd consider to be pretty handy in the core rulebook. So, yeah. If you want
This just seems like it's a grab bag of useful stuff for game masters, basically.
Okay. For new and inspiring, and maybe there'll be some stuff in there for the ones new to Pathfinder 2.
Yeah, like the way it's got, this is still a work in progress along the side there. And up here, ailments. Common ailments appear on page XXX. So, they're still working on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm expecting it to be a lovely designed thing when it comes
I'm sure it will be. All right, everyone.
Here we go.
Everyone, here we go.
I'm excited.
So, a couple of weeks ago?
Yes.
Was it 3 weeks ago?
Some time ago.
They released a cover.
Oh, yes, a placeholder cover.
Yes.
On all media channels.
So, what happened was this placeholder cover is released. It shows
on all the media channels. On Amazon.
It's the one with
Facebook,
with the lady's face and the little dragony thing sitting on her shoulder.
I thought it was a fox.
A fox, whatever it is. And it got a very mixed reaction. I quite liked it. A lot of people hated it.
It's right.
It's fine. Yeah. And this was by who was that? That was by Ben Oliver, was it?
I can't remember.
Yeah, Ben Oliver, who did a couple of others. He did Strahd, and he did a couple of other covers as well.
Those are good covers. So
So there was quite a negative reaction.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy Crawford posted on Twitter and said that cover was not the final cover. It was just a placeholder and was an interior illustration, just serving as a placeholder cover.
Right.
Which seemed a bit odd, but still. So
maybe they should have. I don't know.
Well, the other day there was a video they released. They did one of those sort of twitchy, streamy things at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning or something. And it hit YouTube. Yeah. And they talked a little bit about that. So it was Greg Tito and Jeremy Crawford were talking about it briefly.
Yeah.
And Tito goes, so we've decided to change this cover. We are going with a different cover for this book.
Yeah.
We had the rare opportunity to change that because the files had not yet been sent to the printer.
Yeah.
Then he goes on to say a little later, once we announced, we received a lot of feedback from fans saying they wanted a different cover. And that feedback really galvanised us. So we are changing it to this cover designed by Wesley Burt. Which doesn't seem to be quite the same thing, I think, that Jeremy Crawford was saying.
That doesn't sound like a placeholder cover to me. That sounds like they changed their minds.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, Crawford did kind of expand a little. He goes, when the book was announced, we were still a week out from sending the books to the printer.
Yeah.
So we had a window of time to swap out the cover, which is actually something we had been discussing for some time leading up to the announcement. So it's not like it came totally out of the blue. It does sound like they were sort of half planning on changing the cover anyway.
Yeah, okay.
And then when that happened, they thought, right, let's definitely go ahead and do that.
Fair enough.
I guess. But anyway, that's the new cover.
I do quite like the new cover.
Yeah.
It's got some sort of Warforged with a cloak, and Warforged on mechanical golems.
Well, that's not Iron Man. Oh.
That's not in fact Iron Man. It's probably some sort of sorcerer or something like that.
Yeah, and then we got Halfling.
Probably one of the famed Halfling barbarians, note the very Mad Max style of sword and boomerang.
And a little
dinosaur.
Dinosaur in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like some sort of...
And they're in this desert landscape.
Yes, with a winged creature looking down on them from above.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, it's not... I don't know, it looks alright.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't like it more or less than the last one. Either of them's fine, I think.
Yeah. I think I like this one marginally better.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have a problem with the other one.
No, I didn't either. But there you go. So, it's got a new cover.
Woohoo!
Well, there is one last bit of news, of course, because today's Wednesday, isn't it?
If you're listening to this, it will be Wednesday.
Yes. So, guess what happened yesterday? On Tuesday.
What happened on Tuesday?
Book got released.
Which book?
The latest book from Wizard of the Coast.
Descent
into Avernus.
Yeah, there we go.
We're recording here on Monday, so it hasn't actually appeared yet. But by the time you hear this,
It will totally come out.
It will have come out, yes.
I'm sure it'll be great.
And I'm sure we'll weigh it at some point.
As we sort of wins its way over to merry old England, and we finally.
Well, we've got that same problem that keeps on happening. Is Amazon orders appear to be delayed until mid-October over here.
Wow. Okay.
So my Amazon order, it was October the 9th, I think it said, is the estimated delivery date now.
So we'll say super current.
And I did pre-order it ages ago, so
Yeah.
you know, don't know what happens.
But well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, yeah. Once we get that, we'll probably cover it in the show. Oh, God, we're so packed with stuff over the coming weeks. Guests and things.
I know.
Not sure where we're going to squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Well, we will squeeze it in because we kind of have to.
We're dedicated to giving you all the latest, freshest RPG news.
Yes. I think that is it for the news. Do you want to do a few quick Kickstarters? Because there's only the two of us. We probably won't do the game.
Oh, okay.
So we should just glance at what ones there are.
Oh, yeah. Well, have you seen any good Kickstarters?
So let's have a look. So on Kickstarter, we're finishing soon.
Yes.
I'll just whip through them quickly. We got Tenebria, Remnant of Rome, survival and resource management RPG after the fall of Rome.
Oh, okay. Nice. What system's that using?
The +1 system. I don't know it. This is a core rulebook. It's a full game.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a full game. Do you know anything else about it?
Let's have a look. Rome, the famous eternal city, has fallen, and the last imperator exiled into obscurity. There are no more supply trains to support the legions. There is no more trade with the coasts. As far as you know, you are the last Romans stranded 1,000 stadia from anywhere.
All right, fair enough. So it's Tenebria, which is, I guess, something about shadows. And there seems to be some sort of, I don't know, bird headed with antlers, or maybe a stag's head. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Chap on the thing, like a skull of a stag with antlers, and is throwing around 4 aces of playing cards.
Playing cards, yes.
Yes, I'm not. I gotta be honest. I'm not 100% sure that that's all adding up to me. But yeah, no, fair enough. When's that? September 21st.
Yeah, these are all ending in the next week.
Okay.
So the next one we've got is Adrenaline Near Future.
Okay.
It's for the Forged in the Dark system, and it says Danny Ocean, Ethan Hunt, Evelyn Salt, Dominic Toretto.
Yes.
They have nothing on you.
Nah.
Stealth, style, and speed. You and your crew have it in spades, and you have cyberware too.
Woo. So Forged in the Dark would be based off the Blades in the Dark system, I'm guessing.
I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be a nice adaptation for that rule set. For doing
action adventure,
heists?
yeah.
Heist with a cyberpunk nature.
Yeah, Ocean's 11, Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, the Geneva Cavern Adventures for D&D 5th edition from Fireside Creation. This is 3 adventure modules for a whole load of games for AD&D 1st edition, D&D 5th edition, 77 worlds, and Dragon Scales RPGs.
Okay.
I don't know all of those.
No.
But it's 3 adventures.
Yep.
The Geneva Cavern Adventure series, which began with the Forgotten Dungeon and Mirror Mirror.
Yep.
They will be producing Return to the Forgotten Dungeon, Pyramid of Doom, and Lair of an Evil God.
Well, that's the problem with dungeons. They're underground, so you tend to forget where they are. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, three adventures for various game systems.
Okay. Have we got any idea of a pledge for that or something?
Have we got what, sorry?
Any idea of a pledge to get all those?
$50 is the softcover book, apparently, is the most popular pledge.
Yeah, that's quite good, like about $16 a book. Yeah. Well.
And we've got Call of Cthulhu Sverige. How the hell do you pronounce that word?
Well, I don't know, Sverige. Is that like in Swedish or something?
Sverige. Well, it is a Swedish language edition of Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, there you go. So it's Call of Cthulhu Swedish, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
There we go. Yep, that's on Kickstarter. We have a 4-part adventure series for D&D 5th edition called Erifir.
Oh, dear, yes. Yeah, crikey.
Eyphir.
I'm going to say Erifir, and I'm quite glad that I have to guess what that means.
I like the character sheet, though.
Oh, yes, okay.
I think that's quite...
Yeah,
I like it's a kind of a simple, attractive style, the slightly cartoony style that... Yeah, it's really easy to see the information you want. Where's it got skills and stuff? This is presumably for a monster.
There you go,
right?
skills.
Yeah.
That's a paladin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Paladin level 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And it's got a little what are they called?
QR code.
QR code in the bottom left. So
Yeah.
I presume you can scan that and look other stuff up.
I guess. Well, this seems like it's got a lot of user friendliness built in. Tell me more about this.
It's by Wizco Games.
Yes.
It's episodic RPG adventures for 5th edition.
Nice.
When word reaches the adventurers of a murder in a small remote hamlet, they are tasked with uncovering the truth behind the unusual event.
Yep.
Their investigation will lead them down a desperate road of horror and sorrow as they chase the culprit across the colonies, attempting to bring them to justice.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
Yep. Why is it called Erithir?
I'm not entirely sure. I think that's maybe the world, maybe? I don't know.
No, it's a campaign setting. Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
It's 4 4-part episodes, each one designed for a single session.
Oh, okay. So how much is that then?
$16, you can get 4 PDFs as the most popular pledge.
Okay, so that's about $4. That's about the sort of price you pay on DM's Guild. So, yeah.
Seems reasonable.
A very nice artwork, and that character sheet is quite pretty.
I
so,
like
yeah.
that character sheet, yeah. It's a landscape one as well, notably. It's not a portrait character sheet.
I have the feeling, maybe it's just because it's on the screen, but I feel like it's probably only about postcard sized?
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
If it actually was a postcard, that would be cool.
I think it could be, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, finally, we got Oasis of the Elementals, D&D 5th edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Nice.
Think Arabian Nights meets I'll try and say that again. Think Arabian Nights meets A Fistful of Dollars.
Ooh. I would not have got that from Oasis of the Elementals. I'll be perfectly honest.
There we go. Anyway, that's the Kickstarter's ending soon.
Oh.
All right, lad. You said you needed some help.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It means ever so much.
All right. What kind of help do you need? Local troll? Kobolds? I bet it's you and your friends getting nervous with all those tieflings showing up. Nothing to worry about, lad. Just the newest edition adding player options.
What?
Never you mind. You'll learn if you stick around long enough.
Well, that's not quite it, sir.
You can quit with the sir thing, my lad. I bet it's that blood-sucking fiend of a vampire lord in that old castle in the next shire over. He's not a bad sort, as blood-sucking fiends of the vampire lords go, to be honest.
Well, that's not actually...
Listen, my advice there is to leave that one alone. He mostly keeps to himself, except on his high own holy days, and even then he keeps to his own shire mostly. You dispatch with him, and you have no idea what sort of blood-sucking fiend of a vampire lord will move in next. Trust me.
But that's not...
There. All sorted? All right, I'm off to the tavern for a pint.
It comes in pints? But wait, no, I still need to...
What? There's more than just that blood-sucking fiend of a vampire lord. Your party needs to slow down, lad.
Well, you see, sir, I actually wanted your help with our party's list before we go on our first adventure in the chaotic caverns of chaotic chaos.
Oh, really? That were my first dungeon as well, lad. Brings back memories, that does. Well, even though it's been a few editions since, I would say you need at least a fighter, cleric, a thief, rogue, and a wizard. That'll cover your dungeon crawling basics.
Well, we have all that. Not those exact... What I actually wanted your help with is reviewing our equipment list to make sure we haven't forgotten anything important.
What? Well, why not? Equipment's half the battle in a dungeon. Here, hand it over. Yeah, let's see. Rations, rope, odie water, torches, caltrops, spikes, hammer. Why, you've even got your standard 10-foot pole. Haven't seen one of those in years. I think you're fine, lad.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'll grab my party and be on my way. Thank you so much again.
Oh, wait, lad. You forgot your...
Yes?
You forgot your Barricade Bessie.
Barricade what?
Barricade Bessie. Your bovine dungeon support. Your pack animal. Your milk and meat source if needed. As much as we loved our besties, there's always that aspect. A cow, to put it plainly, lad.
Are you meaning to tell me you actually used to take cows into dungeons with you?
You meaning to tell me you youngsters don't? Oh, you hipsters, with your beards and your player options and feats, you're losing the art and science of it all.
I think you're having me on, sir.
Not at all, lad. Why, a good Barricade Bessie is practically your 5th Corps adventuring class. Carry your gear, built-in provisions, why, they're also nice and soft and toasty to sleep against in them colder dungeons.
You're serious?
Absolutely. A Barricade Bessie saved me rear more than once in a dicey dungeon delve.
But why do you call them Barricade Bessies?
Well, you see, it's a bit unfortunate, but sometimes it's what it comes to. You get in a tight spot with some orcs or goblins or something, while doing a nice bit of invading of their home, and if that dungeon's narrow enough,
Yeah.
well, you just wedge that Bessie sideways in the dungeon corridor and use it for cover. A cow can absorb a lot of damage, much more than you might reckon. No arrow or crossbow bolts getting through that, lad. Make sure to get a nice fat one.
I don't even know what to...
The best part is, after the fight's over, most of the time the goblins or what have you have done most of the job of butchering your Barricade Bessie right up. Right chopped rations ready to go, lad.
This is total balderdash. I'm green, but I'm not that green, sir.
Believe what you want, lad. Nice chewing the cud with ya. Well, I'll get moving off and be off for that pint.
Thank you, sir. Even if you tried to send me on a bit of a sniper, as it were. Does he really think I'm that simple? Right. Where can I get a blasted cow on the quick before we leave town?
So, topic of the week
Topic of the week!
is
Yes?
the top 20 D&D villains.
Ooh, exciting.
So, I put a poll up on my website.
Yes, on ianworld.org.
Yeah, we had a few dozen nominations.
Nice.
And everyone voted for a week or so.
Yeah.
And these are the top 20 that got through. So if your favourite villain didn't make it through into the top 20, I'm sorry, it's not my fault.
Yeah, you should have voted for it.
It was democratic.
Blame yourself.
Yes, this is not the top 20 as decided by me, it's the top 20 as decided by you.
By you, we mean random people on the Ian World. But still, it's really nice to talk about it. You might be one of those random people, in which case, well done.
Yes.
If you're not, well, sorry.
Okay. Are you ready?
I was born ready. Let's do it. Woo.
So, these villains
Yes.
come from a variety of different D&D worlds.
Yes.
There's some from Ravenloft, Dragonlance,
Nice.
Greyhawk, Mystara, the Forgotten Realms. Haven't heard of that one. What's the Forgotten Realms?
I can't remember.
Dark Sun,
Yeah.
Eberron.
Yeah.
Some that aren't even any of those.
Oh, exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So, okay. So number 20, the
Yes.
20th
Yes.
most what D&D? Most popular D&D villain, I guess.
I guess most hated, most
Most liked, most something.
most notorious. There we
There
go.
we go.
The
Most
20th
notorious D&D villain.
There you go. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Totally official.
Is
Yeah. Yes.
that well-known character,
Yes.
that scourge of many a campaign,
Yes.
Warduke.
Who? Oh,
So I remember Warduke. So Warduke, so in
but does Pepperidge Farm remember Warduke? We don't know.
in the 80s,
Yes.
they came out with some D&D toys, like action figure type things, and
okay,
one of them was Warduke.
Yeah.
And then he had this helmet. He was like a fighter.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had this helmet with these big sort of bat wings coming out the side of it.
Oh, okay.
And he was a bad-tempered kind of guy. I'm not sure
Yeah.
he was actually a villain because he then appeared as a pre-generated character in some adventure.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember which one offhand.
Right.
And then he got statted up, I think, probably in a magazine. But where I remember him mostly from was there was a supplement called the Shady Dragon Inn, which
yeah.
just contained dozens and dozens and dozens of NPC stat blocks.
Is this your Warduke?
That is him. See what I mean by his sort of weird helmet?
He does have a weird helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like He-Man. They took a He-Man doll and whacked a big face-covering helmet with some sort of pointy wings on the top, and said, "Yeah, you know what? Give him an iron glove as well. That's different enough. That's not He-Man." Okay.
So I was slightly surprised by his presence in that list, but
Yes.
I cannot argue with democracy.
Yeah, okay.
So that is number 20, Warduke.
Well, okay, yes.
Okay, so number 19.
Yes.
On number 19, we go to Eberron.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we have
Yes.
the Lord of Blades,
Oh. Well, we're sorry, Lee, for the spoilers for your game, but anyway.
who's Magneto, I think.
Oh, okay. you think Magneto...
Eberron Magneto.
Everyone
That's
Magneto.
how I think of him
but
anyway.
Stabia.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So yeah, the Lord of Blades, he lives in the Mournland, and he leads this band of Warforged who want to destroy all the races of the flesh.
Oh.
So there's lots of
controversial.
there's lots of mystery around him.
Yep.
That's what he looks like. He's quite bladey.
Yeah.
So he's a Warforged guy.
So basically sort of Mecha Golem, but with extra stabby bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he appeared in Dungeon Magazine as well. Yeah, there we go. That's the Lord of Blades for you.
Oh, you're just ruining my GM's plot now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right. Sorry, Lee. Anyway. Made by House Caniff and up to no good. Well, I'm sure that will turn out to be a completely different chap.
I'm sure it will.
Yes.
But-
I will probably have forgotten. I got to admit by next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 18.
Number 18.
We will leave Eberron,
Yes.
and we will skip and hop and jump and pirouette our way over to
You can pirouette if you like. It's really hard.
Greyhawk,
Okay.
and we will meet
Yes.
Igwilv,
Bless you.
or Tasha, as you may know her.
Oh, as in Tasha's hideous laughter.
So Igwilv. I'm trying to remember this. This is going back
Yes.
a long way. So Igwilv,
Yes.
I think her original name was Natasha
Okay.
as a kid.
Right.
Before she became Igwilv.
Yes.
And she's the origin of Tasha's hideous laughter, the spell.
Yeah.
But Igwilv is a Greyhawk villain and is the mother of Iaz, or Iaz, I-U-Z.
I'm just going to nod.
Okay,
That's great podcasting material,
it's an evil Greyhawk deity.
Okay, yes. Okay.
I am slightly surprised.
Literally the mother of a god.
I am slightly surprised again to see her in the list, given some more prominent creatures that maybe didn't make it. But there we go. That was number 18.
Clearly memorable. Good work. Yeah. Who's next?
Well, we're currently in Greyhawk.
Yes.
We now need to retrace our steps, because it's lucky we left those breadcrumbs, isn't it?
Right.
So that we could find our way back.
Until Hudson ate them.
Hudson eat them, no!
Why?
We find our way back to Eberron.
Yes.
We're back in Eberron.
Yep.
And number 17
Yes.
is
Yes.
Irandis Vol, the Lich Queen,
Ooh, shiny.
who I know nothing about, so I'll look up.
Well, I imagine they're a queen and also a lich. It's a good combination.
Seems reasonable. So Irandis Vol, she's also known as Lady Vol, or the
Yeah.
Lich Queen.
Yeah.
So she's the last heir of House of Vol,
Okay.
which is the elven bloodline that bore the Mark of Death.
Ooh.
She's believed dead by most, but she was brought back as a lich,
Yes.
and is secretly a leader manipulating several sects of the Blood of Vol and the Emerald Claw.
Wow, there you go. Sounds very lichy.
Yes, well, the Emerald Claw apparently is a green dragon, whose real name is known only to Minara, who is Irandis Vol's mum.
Bum, bum,
Right, there we
bum.
go.
Well, it does say she's half elven, half dragon, so I'm gonna say, Might be
Lich,
some
half dragon, elf, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good old feathered.
I am sure she's lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like the sort of person you want to take home and have tea.
Yes. Yeah. Again, Eberron not being my area of expertise. Wait till we get onto the Dragonlance ones. I can talk to
Yeah.
you all day about them.
Well, that's why we can both talk. There we go. Yeah. Who's next?
No spoilers. There might not be any Dragonlance ones.
There might not be.
There might not be. Or there might be.
There's totally Dragonlance ones.
The next one
Yes.
is not from an official D&D world.
Not from Greyhawk.
The next one is Venger.
Venger.
cartoon-
My first D&D villain.
Yeah, the
I gotta
cartoon
say.
character.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's to say about Venger? Venger,
a big fan of asymmetric hats.
yeah, continually chased the heroes in the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon on
Yeah.
his flying horse.
Yeah.
Didn't like Tiamat either, who also chased the heroes.
Yeah. I guess he was lawful evil versus chaotic evil.
Yeah, he
Classic
could shoot
dichotomy.
rays out of his finger, as I recall. Could he not?
I don't remember, but I do remember he needed to get out in the sun more.
Yeah,
He was a real peely wally. Yeah.
yeah. He wasn't a nice guy.
No.
No. Okay, on to number 15.
Yes.
15. We are now entering the Forgotten Realms. Those realms that have been forgotten.
by virtually no one. Because everyone knows where they are.
The Forgotten Realms, and our first entry in the Forgotten Realms is
Yes.
Xanathar.
Ah, yes. Good old Xanathar. I did not realise until Xanathar's Guide to Everything came out that Xanathar was actually a beholder.
Not only is Xanathar a beholder, Xanathar has multiple beholders.
No.
So you know he's got a goldfish.
Sildar.
And the goldfish keeps getting replaced,
Yes, because
And
it
he
would be
doesn't-
really bad.
and he doesn't know.
Yes.
That's actually a metaphor
Yes.
for Xanathar himself.
Xanathar
Because there's been
getting
lots
replaced.
of Xanathars, and, and other beholders keep coming in and killing the previous Xanathar and
Oh.
taking over the role, and the Thieves Guild, and the name.
And they're like, you're a beholder, you're still going to kill us, so we'll just keep your goldfish coming.
Yeah. So, yeah, Xanathar the Beholder.
Right. Well, now I don't.
Yeah. Okay, let us go on to number 14.
Yes.
And we are now in Dragonlance. Whoop, whoop. And who would you say is the biggest villain in Dragonlance?
Are we talking physically?
Both? I'll give you a clue. That's 5 heads.
Oh, okay. So Tarxis then?
Tarkesis.
Tarkesis, yes.
Tarkesis, yes. Yes, the 5-headed chromatic dragon.
Ah, yes.
Also the goddess of evil.
Totally not a rip-off of Tiamat.
The person who started the War of the Lance.
Yeah.
They say a rip-off of Tiamat. What is interesting... Yes, Hudson out there finds this interesting as well.
Yeah.
The DMG, I think it is, now actually says they're the same character.
Okay.
And says that Tarkesis is Tiamat's name in Dragonlance.
Ah.
But other sources have said they're different characters before, and they've got different alignments.
Yes.
They reside in different places. Tarkesis is the abyss.
Yeah.
Tiamat is hell.
Yes. But Russ, I have a question for you. Where does a 5-headed dragon goddess sit? Wherever she wants to.
Yes, I guess so.
I'm not going to try and tell her where she can sit. It's like, no, you can't come in here, chomp. Find me a more amenable lackey.
Yeah, well, Tarkesis, number 14. No, number 13.
Yes.
Is Boris, the Dragon of Tyre.
Okay.
This is from Dark Sun.
Okay.
And like Eberron, Dark Sun is one of the couple of worlds that I'm not particularly familiar with all that much.
I think, from what I understand, it's set in the far future. It's sort of a dystopian one, in that the world is dying because...
Oh yeah, it's all
you've got
like a desert world. Destroy Queen, preservers and defilers, and people get their magic by draining it from the land and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And the world is ruled by these sorcerer kings. That much I know.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
In these great city-states and stuff. And Boris the Dragon of Tyre apparently is one of these sorcerer kings, and is a bit of a meanie. And he's number 13 in our list.
Oh, there we go.
But he's not as much of a meanie as number 12.
Oh,
Because number 12 is Mr. A. Smodius.
Smodius. That rings bells.
Mr. A.S. Modius.
Oh, yes, there we go. That makes a lot more sense.
Asmodeus!
Yes. Okay, so I'm in the litany of D&D villains. Satan himself comes in like about number 12.
Number 12. The incarnation of evil, the Lord of Hell.
Yeah. He's like, well, he's all right, but he's not making the top half of this list, we've got to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Asmodeus has been around for donkey's years.
No.
He's your typical Satan analogue in D&D.
He's the Lord of Hell.
Yeah.
Like, if you find yourself in hell, you've clearly made some sort of dreadful tactical error. But yeah, okay.
Okay, number 11.
Yes.
Back to the Forgotten Realms.
Yes. They seem very well remembered.
Arch enemy
Yes.
is,
Yes.
or one of his arch enemies,
Yes.
is an assassin
Yes.
called
Yes.
Artemis Entreri.
Okay.
Like Driz, he's a 2-weapon dual wielder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He has I think it's a soul-sucking dagger or something like that, and a sword.
Right.
He can basically fight about as well as Drizzt can.
Awkward.
They've had lots of duels together where they just buzzsaw dual swords at each other, like Jedi style.
Yeah. That's actually quite difficult to do, but yeah.
I imagine so. Yeah.
I guess that's why they get paid the big bucks.
Artemis Entreri is number 11, and he tops out the 11 to 20 section of the top half of our list.
Ooh. Well, it was good effort, but
none of these characters were evil enough to make it into the top 10. Not
top
even
10.
Asmodeus, the Lord of Hell, wasn't evil enough to make it into the top 10.
I notice he's less evil than.
Well, less notorious.
That's
then,
no
shall we
choice.
say.
Well, I suppose it's a matter of expectations, really. You expect him to get up to no good. Which does make Tarkisis seem like, pretty vanilla, really.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10, here we
Number
go.
10, we're in Greyhawk.
Yes.
We're also in various other settings.
Yes.
Because that is one thing about these is a lot of them are based in certain settings, but some
Yeah.
of the ones that might be in Greyhawk or might be in Mystara or might be wherever,
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast tends to dump them in for the Forgotten Realms these days.
Yes.
So these aren't. When I say these people are from places,
Yes.
that's kind of where they originated. They may well be in Forgotten Realms now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But this one is Tharisdan.
Okay.
You're looking at me blankly.
I am.
Tharisdan is a greater god of evil.
Is it?
Yes. He's
Oh,
not
okay.
a very nice person. He's the god of eternal darkness, decay,
Okay.
entropy, malign knowledge, insanity, and cold. So if you want some ice in your drink, he's the guy to call.
So basically, he got all the domains that everyone else was like, I don't want those.
So he was created by Gary Gygax,
Yes.
based on Robert J. Kuntz's dark god Tharsdan,
Yeah.
many, many, many years ago. He was imprisoned ages ago by a bunch of deities to prevent the destruction of existence itself.
Okay.
Although he's imprisoned, he still has some of his original multiverse-threatening power. His holy symbol is a dark spiral rune and a two-tiered inverted ziggurat.
Two-tier inverted cigarette. Okay.
And he's quite horrible, really. He's mentioned in the 4th edition DMG. He's mentioned in Complete Divine D&D 3rd edition, and he's mentioned in the Player's Handbook in 5th edition as an example pact patron for warlocks.
Okay. So, bit of rehabilitation going on there, really. Yeah.
In 5th edition, he's referred to as Tharisdan, the god of madness,
Okay.
chaotic evil with a trickery domain.
Ooh.
And he's listed as one of the elder evils in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes.
Seems legit.
He's a pitch-black, roiling, amorphous form,
I bet he has difficulty with hats.
or an incorporeal wraith form, black and faithless. And Gary Gygax called him a primordial deity, that of matter at rest and decay of energy, viz. Entropy.
Bum bum bum.
There you go, that's Tharisdan. He's also sometimes worshipped as an entity called the Elder Elemental Eye.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Tharisdan.
Tharisdan.
Yes.
That was number 10 in our list.
Yes.
Number 9.
Yes.
Eos.
Yes.
A demon lord.
Yes.
A large demon lord
Okay.
with a large stick.
You are Mrs.
He's called Orcus. You may
Yes.
have heard of him before.
Yes, I used to think he was like a big orc, but that was just wrong.
He was not a big orc, he's a big demon lord.
He's a big demon lord.
Yes.
And he's got like the staff of Orcus or something.
Wand of Orcus.
The wand of Orcus.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Or a stick, as I like to call it.
The stick of Orcus.
It's the stick of Orcus.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about him. When everyone knows who he is. Everyone who's played D&D probably knows who he is.
Well, he's big into necromancy, I think.
Well, yeah.
In fact, you have to convince him to become a lich or something. Is that
Originally, so Orcus was the god of the underworld in Roman mythology.
Oh,
Punisher of broken homes.
yes. There we are, yeah.
And was kind of synonymous with Hades.
Well, sort of, yeah. Okay.
So in D&D, of course, he's a demon prince and lord of the undead.
All right, yes.
He's named after the Roman Orcus, and he's got a mace with a human skull as its head.
Okay.
And he's probably I reckon the most famous demon lord. I guess in D&D.
Is he demon lord or a devil lord?
He's a demon lord.
Demon lord, okay, yeah.
He's one of a small handful, it says here, that have been detailed in every edition of the game.
Nice.
And he first appeared in 1976, created by Gary Gygax and Brian Bloom in the Eldridge Wizardry supplement.
Sweet.
And the book stated there were several such demon princes, although only Orcus and Demogorgon were detailed.
Ah, yes.
So there we go. Orcus, Prince of the Undead, was number 9.
Right.
Number 8,
Yes.
Tiamat.
Ooh, hiss. Hacks.
We've already kind of covered her with
Yes.
Darkesis.
Yeah. Like the Persian goddess of the sea and general up to their goodness. Yeah, so fair enough.
Well, this particular Tiamat is the 5-headed Dragon Queen, who's currently imprisoned in hell, I believe, and is
In
chaotic
prison?
evil.
I thought she was running the show in hell.
Well,
She was like in charge of the first level or something.
I think she used to be.
Okay.
Let's look her up, see what she is now in the meta plot.
Yes.
I know she has done.
Yes.
Let's have a look. Tiamat, D&D. What is she doing in the meta? Well, she's in Descent to
Avernus.
into Avernus, so
Yes.
that will tell us what she's currently doing in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Where are we? Tiamat. Here we go. Supremely strong, powerful, 5-headed draconic goddess. Yes, we know that. Queen and mother of evil dragons. We know that.
Yeah.
First created in 1975, Gary Gygax and Robert Kuntz in the first Greyhawk supplement.
Yeah.
She didn't have a name back then, though. She was just the Dragon Queen and the Chromatic Dragon.
Okay.
Let's have a look where she is now. Let's scroll down to 5th edition.
Yeah.
She is mentioned in the DMG.
Yeah.
Main villain in the first adventure story, as we know.
Yeah.
Her potential arrival is the conclusion of the Rise of Tiamat storyline.
Well, I'm pretty sure they mentioned in Avernus as being in charge of something. Could be wrong.
She's in 4th edition.
Well, it's quite hard to work out what she's doing. It says her realm is located in 9 hells. So she claimed a realm of her own, but it was later destroyed.
She then pledged her allegiance to Bane and now resides in the Black Hand's realm of Banehold.
Okay. So she's basically crashing on Bane's count.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Tiamat,
Yes.
who was number 8.
Nice.
So number 7
Number 7.
is another evil goddess
Okay.
from the Forgotten Realms.
Right.
8 legs.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it must be Lolth.
That is indeed Lolth,
Yes.
the Queen of Spiders.
Yes.
Yes, the goddess who, when they first decided to illustrate her,
Yes.
clearly they were sitting around in a room, and someone said, "What should we make her look like?" And someone went, "Just draw a spider with a woman's head on it. That'll do."
Yes. I actually came across her first in a LARPing context, believe it or not.
Oh,
Yeah. It was like we had Drow. I
Lolth
was
came
like,
on a lot.
well, yes. It did make the encounter a lot easier, I got to say. Yeah. So there you go. Patron of Drow and leading their ridiculous society, which is all chaotic evil all the time, or something, or lawful. No, she's a chaotic evil deity of a lawful evil society. That's the one.
Oh, okay, so that was number 7. That was Lolth, the Queen of Spiders.
Yes.
Goddess of the Drow. So number 6.
Yes.
Number 6, we go back in time.
Way back.
Way back in time. Do
All
you
the way back.
recall Bargle the Infamous?
No.
Okay. So back in the 80s,
Yes.
it was Frank Mentz's Red Box set,
Oh,
basic D&D.
Right.
There's an adventure in there. I'm going
Yes.
from memory, I might get some details wrong. There's an adventure in there, which
Yes.
you could play, and there was an NPC, I think she was a cleric, Alina,
Okay, yeah.
and Bargle the Infamous was the bad guy in it.
Nice.
And one of the things about the adventure was no matter what you did, towards the end, Bargle magic missiles her to death.
Oh.
And a lot of people who played or got into D&D
Yeah.
at that time resent Bargle the Infamous for that act and
Yes.
have done ever since.
Rightly so.
So while he's certainly not the most powerful person on this list,
Yes.
he's one of the most despised.
He deserves his notoriety.
Yes, Bargle the
Yeah.
Infamous. He was like a level 6 wizard or something. I can't remember
Oh,
what he was.
well, better get up there for
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then he popped up a couple more times in later things, and they developed his history a bit more and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
that's basically the important bit.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, we're into the
Bargle.
top 5 now.
Top 5. Here
Top
we go.
5. Oh, it's getting bad now.
Real notorious villains.
Yeah, horrible villains here.
Yeah.
So, number 5.
Yes.
Greyhawk.
Oh, yeah.
Ready Player 1.
Oh, Acerak.
Acererak.
Cookrak.
There's 2 ERs in there. Acererak.
Bless you.
It's quite hard to say. Acererak, yes, the Lich who created the Tomb of Horrors.
Oh, okay, yes.
He's a lovely person.
And later the Tomb of Annihilation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
If you've got a tomb and you need something terrible to happen to your players, then Acerak has you covered.
Yeah, he was a lich, he became a demi-lich.
He's just a
evil.
wandering... He's just a general ass about portfolio.
Yeah.
He goes around causing trouble Like, for no good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 4.
Yes.
Number 4, we're going back to Dragonlance.
Oh, like it.
Maybe a bit of an anti-hero, this, rather than a villain. I don't know. What do you say?
I don't know. Who's it?
Raistlin Majere.
Oh, that is tricky. That is tricky. I mean, on the one hand, War of the Lance pretty much picked it up and carried it for quite a long way. There'd be a lot of times they'd be super dead without him. Because, you need your wizard. But then, on the other hand, did kind of turn super evil and did
attempt to destroy the world.
Yeah, that's generally not something I associate with heroes.
To be fair, destroying the world was only a side effect, though. That wasn't his main goal.
Yeah, that makes
He
it
just
much
wanted
better.
to become a god.
Yeah, he's like, I'll become a god and I destroy the world.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not really hero talk, I've got to say, Russ.
Fair enough. So, yeah, number 4.
Yes.
The 4th most notorious villain in our list was Raistlin Majere.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Okay, number 3.
Yes.
We have someone who is either only a hand and an eye or missing a hand and an eye, depending on which period in history. So Vecna.
Vecna, yes. Yes. Oh, yes, so the idea is that you come across these ancient artifacts of evil, and if you cut off your hand and place the hand of Vecna upon you, then you become imbued with the power of the hand of Vecna. And the same deal with the eye. Terrifying stuff. Made all the more hideous by the third artifact, which gets spoke of even less. The head of Vecna.
So he comes from Greyhawk.
Yes.
He was a wizard, became a lich.
Yes.
Eventually he got killed, and the hand and the eye were all that was left.
Oh, didn't get better from that one, did he?
What he did, he then achieved godhood.
Nice. It's nice to see someone overcoming disadvantages.
Yeah, but it's still missing his left hand and eye, and his symbol is a eye in the palm of a left hand.
Oh, okay.
It's like he really leans into his.
He's got a theme going.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
This is my motif now.
Yeah. His right hand man was Cass the Bloody Handed, who was
That's
a
what we
vampire.
did there.
Right hand man.
Not his left hand man.
Yeah. And then the hand and eye of Vecna were invented in Eldritch Wizardry by Brian Bloom.
Oh, okay.
The only remnants of Vecna.
Along with Orcus, apparently. So there we go.
Well, at the time, that was basically how he was introduced. It was just literally those 2 artifacts were created.
Oh,
There was
okay.
no sort of backstory for Vecna at the time.
Yeah. He just had the hand and the eye.
Brian
Yeah.
Bloom just created these things and said these are the only remnants of an evil lich.
Yeah.
And that was it. And Vecna, interestingly,
Yes.
is an anagram of
Yes.
Vance, as in Jack Vance,
Bam, bam,
the
bam.
author on whom much of D&D's magic system is based.
Yes. Literally fancy magic.
Yes, exactly.
And the Dying Earth and so forth. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good stuff.
So the hand and eye of Vecna were mentioned throughout the years in various bits and pieces.
Yep.
And in 2nd edition,
Yeah.
his sort of history was expanded in the description of the hand and the eye in the magic items section of the DMG.
With you? Yeah.
And then in 1990, there was an adventure called Vecna Lives, and this was the first time Vecna ever appeared in person.
Bam, bam, bam.
He was a demigod.
Yep.
He was the bad guy, the big bad in the adventure.
Ooh, nice.
And at the end of the adventure, he gets transported to Ravenloft.
Ooh, nice. So he can hang out with his buddies there.
Yeah. That is Vecna.
Impressive.
He's one of my favourite villains.
Yeah.
Once we've done this, you can say which of these 20, which 3 you would choose. I'll tell you which 2 I choose, and then
Okay.
I'll tell you which 2 I would choose. But
Yeah, that's it.
number 2
Number 2.
is one that I chose.
Okay, yes.
And one of my favourites,
Yes.
probably my favourite D&D villain,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
He's D&D's Darth Vader
Oh, okay, yeah.
from
That's it, yeah.
Dragonlance.
Yeah.
It's Lord Soth himself.
Ah, the death of campaigns. The Death Knight's showing up. Go home, everyone. Okay.
Yeah, I love Death Knights, and Lord Soth is the sort of
Epitome.
yes, he's
The archetypical.
he's the Death Knight.
Yeah.
isn't
The
he?
defining characteristics of Death Knight
Yeah.
is how Lord Soft that.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
he is cool as hell.
Absolutely.
He'll point at you and say "die," and you will.
And that's awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can summon skeletal warriors. He's got banshees that sing songs about him.
Yeah.
He can do fireballs. He can chop you to pieces with his big sword.
He's got it all, really.
Yeah. He rides a horse with flaming hooves and flaming eyes.
Oh, bet that goes for a lot of straw.
As a teenager, Lord Soth is definitely my villain of choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I kind of was rooting for him in the Dragonlance books.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of wanted him to win. But screw Tanis.
Well, all he does is go wah wah wah, Kitiara, Lorna, wah wah wah. It's like, come on.
But he's basically Darth Vader, isn't he?
Yeah,
he really is. He's got the voice and everything. If someone had to voice Lord Soth,
Yes.
it would be James Earl Jones, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely. I could see that working.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's the second most notorious
Yes,
D&D villain.
despite his tragic backstory.
Yeah. So that leaves only one.
Oh,
The top choice.
the most villainous of villains.
Yes, hundreds
Most
of people
notorious.
voted for him.
Yes,
He is officially
yes.
the top D&D villain.
Oh, nice.
And can you guess who he is? Got a
Mm,
clue?
Russ appears to be doing some sort of Cthulhu face, or possibly a Martian, I'm not sure.
Their fangs.
Oh, their fangs. Oh, in which case probably Lord Strahd. Count Strahd von Zarovich, whatever his name is.
Yes. Lord of Barovia.
Yes.
The D&D's big bad vampire.
Yes.
Star of Curse of Strahd. Star of Castle Ravenloft.
Totally not a rip-off of Dracula.
Not in the slightest.
No.
Created by Laura and Tracy Hickman back in
Absolutely,
the 80s.
yes.
Yeah.
That is quite interesting. I enjoyed playing through the Curse of Strahd. That was a very solid module.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been a Strahd fan. My favourite Strahd picture is that sort of blue-tinted one where he's standing on a balcony and he's got these two sort of gargoyle heads on either side of him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's doing a bit of posing.
Yeah, he does quite a lot of posing.
He does. You got a bit of a romantic streak in you, don't you, Russ? You're like, oh, he was crossed in love. And that's why he turned evil.
Yeah. But anyway, that's Strahd von Zarovich is our number one top 10 D&D... Not top 10.
Top
Our
20.
number one D&D villain is what I
Number
meant to
one
say.
hits all the most notorious Strahd von Zarovich. There we go. Good.
All right, I think we're done.
Huzzah.
I think that's the episode.
Well done.
Yeah. I just want to quickly thank Shane Stacks
Yes.
for our sketch this week.
Thanks,
Occasionally
Shane.
people send us in sketches. We have great fun reading them. It saves me having to desperately try and think of one on a Monday morning every week.
Yes.
Coming up
Yes.
in future episodes.
Yes.
Next week we have Mike Myler, who'll be talking about his new 5th edition setting.
Amazing.
After that, we've got Chris Spivey.
Yay.
He's talking about something Cthulhu-esque, I believe.
Oh, all of Cthulhu. Like 3 different things to talk about, ranging from Arg to Horrible.
We got, and then after that, Peter's going to be in Peru for a couple of weeks, searching for marmalade sandwiches, I believe.
Yes. Apparently I'm not allowed to keep any bears, I find.
And so Shane Stacks is going to be joining us for a couple of weeks. On one of the weeks, he's going to be talking about his book.
Yes, all about computer role-playing game and its history.
And his co-author will be coming along. Woo! Then the following week, he's going to be co-hosting with me while John Hodgson, who's in charge of that Scarred Lands creature collection I mentioned earlier.
Oh, fantastic.
He'll be coming on with Shane helping to co-host.
Nice.
And that will take us into the middle of October.
Good times.
So yeah, that's what's coming up.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Right, well, this is time to say goodbye.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Apparently I now have to read this to you. This is the official podcast of Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG news, which you can find at enworld.org. You can find show notes at morris.podbean.com or wherever you found the podcast. If you feel like they deserve it, you can support the show on Patreon. In return, you will receive exclusive bonus content. Just go to patreon.com/Morris. If you're interested in his babbling nonsense, you can follow at Morris on the Twitter. Send your emails to morrispodcast@gmail.com. Not all of your emails, just the ones you want us to see. That's it. I'm bored now. You can go away. Shoo, off you go. Goodbye. Get out of here.